Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers IAS classes. Let's begin our discussion on the current events of 6th June 2018. The first issue in news is regarding the recent decision of the central government not to file a counter affidavit against a PIL filed in the Supreme Court challenging Article 35A. Article 35A allows the Jammu Kashmir legislature to decide who are the permanent residents of the state and prohibits an outsider from buying any property in the state, thereby ensuring reservation in employments for residents. The petitioner has challenged this article, saying that it was incorporated into the constitution by an order of the then president, Mr. Rajendra Prasad, and not through a constitutional amendment. A point to be noted here is the constitution application to Jammu and Kashmir order by the president followed the Delhi agreement between the central and state government, resulting in granting of a special status to Jammu and Kashmir and extending Indian citizenship to the state subjects of Jammu and Kashmir. This is a very important issue and we'll further look into it based on the future happenings. For now, let's move on to the next issue, which is an editorial regarding the steps needed to counter the plastic menace. As you are all aware, the theme of the World Environment Day, which was held on June 5th, is to beat plastic pollution. And the event was hosted by India, which is one of the major producer of plastic waste. Although there are solid waste management rules as well as plastic waste management rules which are put in place, the enforcement of these rules are still not up to the desired levels, thereby leading to the release of this harmful plastic effluents into the environment, primarily into the seas and oceans. Therefore, it is no surprise that the Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna river system is featured on the UN map of 10 rivers worldwide that collectively carry the bulk of plastic waste into the ocean. This not only threatens the marine life, but studies have shown microplastics are now found even in drinking water. Therefore, voluntary actions like segregating waste, compost at home are commendable initiatives, but a more systematic reform, particularly by the central government, to ensure that the Environment Protection Act is implemented in the letter and spirit, thereby regulating or even stopping the manufacture of single-use plastic articles such as carry bags and encourage the use of biodegradable materials. Further, the state level monitoring committees have to be made accountable so that the local bodies which are mandated under the rules to ensure segregation, collection and transfer of waste to registered recyclers, thereby helping in scientific reprocessing of the plastic waste. On that note, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the recent publications of the Zoological Survey of India and the Botanical Survey of India, which contain as many as 539 new species of plants and animals. According to these publications, the Western Ghats and Himalayas are home to most of the plant and animal discoveries, and among the states, Kerala recorded the highest number of discoveries. For further details on this issue, please refer to the notes provided on the website. The next issue in news is regarding the recent study titled The Indian Nitrogen Assessment, which for the first time has performed a quantitative assessment of reactive nitrogen in the Indian environment. Nitrogen particles make up the largest fraction of the particulate matter 2.5, which, as you know, are the class of pollutants closely linked to cardiovascular and respiratory illnesses. The study highlights the various causes for the rise in PM 2.5 levels, like the burning of crop residue, which is said to be the key contributor to the formation of smog in many parts of North India, thereby highlighting that agriculture remains the largest contributor to nitrogen emissions, while the non-agricultural emissions of nitrogen oxides and nitrous oxides are growing at a rapid pace due to the use of fossil fuels and the discharge of sewage. Further, the study shows that livestock account for 80% of ammonia production, and globally, India is the biggest source of ammonia emissions. In this regard, the authors suggest that nutrient recycling from the wastewater for agriculture could cut down the nitrous oxide emissions from sewage and wastewater by up to 40% and help improve the air quality. The final issue in news today is an editorial regarding the recent visits of our Prime Minister to Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore, which have followed his visits to China and Russia for informal summits. These visits collectively signal an important moment in their Indian foreign policy positioning because the visits have taken place at a time when the US administration has taken a sharp stance against China as well as Russia. Therefore, these visits will moderate India's strategic posturing on the global stage for a more balanced approach in an uncertain world. Further, India's membership of groupings like the Quadrilateral, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, is also an indicator of the new balance India seeks in the global affairs, thereby emphasizing India's strategic autonomy. All this, in essence, reflect the Bandung spirit which led to the formation of the non-alignment movement, thereby highlighting the importance of free and fair choices. Before I wrap up today's news analysis, I want to highlight the importance of reading a newspaper, which was all too evident in this year's prelims examination. Almost all the questions on current affairs could have been easily solved by regularly following the Hindu, and no amount of supplementary material of any institute could have helped in this regard. To just show you a few examples, there was a question on Aadhaar which was regularly featured for the past several months. And then there was a question on RCEP, which was a straightforward question, and we had particularly highlighted who are the free trading members with the ASEAN community. Further, the map based questions like the one on Yemen, Mosul, everything was covered through pictures, and anybody who was regular could have easily solved it. Even questions like the Consumer Protection Act, the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India were all in news, and we had discussed it in the daily news analysis sessions. Therefore, it is important to be regular in reading the newspapers and revising them for improving your chances in the examination. On that note, I call it a wrap on today's news analysis. Do share this content if you like it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.